What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Probably Wrong podcast, where if you think we're wrong, we probably are. I'll be the host today, your friend Richie, and the best wide receiver to ever step foot on the South Campus. What's up, Adam?
Hi, everyone. Glad to be back, finally.
It's been a little bit. We took a little bit of a break, personal things, lives, Things
Kids,
come up,
families,
kids, families, all those
birthdays.
things. Birthdays, yes, birthdays. All right, so big topics in the NFL. Obviously, NFL free agency has been running wild for about a week now. What, week and a half almost? Last Wednesday.
It's been rolling. Some good signings, some questionable moves by some teams.
Indeed. So we're going to talk about them today. Everything from the best to the worst, good, the bad, the ugly. So I guess we could start by, let me ask, what's your favorite signing so far? It could be, well, let's say for the Niners, your favorite Niners signing.
My favorite Niners signing or move?
Re-signing, new signing.
Well, the restructuring of contracts is always nice to free up the cap space.
Yeah.
So that's always nice. I think my favorite signing right now for San Francisco, Leonard Floyd. Defensive end. Yeah, last couple years he had 10 sacks a season. Coming over now. Gonna hopefully solidify the other side of Bosa and give them another dominant defensive line. Oh, he doesn't need help, but it'd be nice for him to maybe get some, maybe not double teamed every snap.
I mean, they had that though. I mean, though Chase didn't really do much.
Chase didn't do much once he got to San Fran. It was weird. Like, I was excited for Chase, and like him and Bosa loved playing together, but like watching him play in Washington and in San Francisco just last season, like not the season prior because he's always been hurt, but
yeah,
just last season he was playing much better in Washington, and he came over and was like, I don't know if he thought he didn't have to try as hard because the line was just better. I don't know. It was just weird.
Maybe he was trying too hard.
Yeah, that could be. And I know we lost Eric Armstead finally, but not finally, but we lost him because he didn't want to restructure his contract. However, they did sign his name's escaping me at the moment.
What position?
Defensive tackle. Just like Armstead. He had the last
Givens?
No, it wasn't Givens. They re-signed Givens. This guy came over from the Texans, I believe, and I can't remember his name if my life depended on it right now. Yeah, I know he had 3 sacks the last 3 seasons, or 10 sacks the last 3 seasons.
Well, anyway, if you think of it, you could let us know.
I will let you know.
Let all the good people know. What about outside of the Niners?
Outside of the Niners, man, this hurts me to say or pains me to say. Barkley of the Eagles.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Finally gives them a running game that they've never really had, minus Hurts. I mean, I know Swift went for 1,000, but
it was Swift's best years ever had.
But was it like, were you going to that game like game planning for Swift?
No, and I don't think the Eagles game plan for Swift because, like, just off the top of my head, his best game was, I think, probably the Vikings game because they couldn't throw the ball at all, and then they started running the ball, and Swift just went crazy. In that game. Yeah, I mean, that was my favorite, obviously, as an Eagle. Well, it's Barkley, yeah, and then C.J. Gardner-Johnson was my boy comes home. He said, well, let me think of the words. What's the word he used? Oh, Eagles fans are obnoxious. And then when he got re-signed, he had to apologize. He said, I mean, I don't think he was wrong. I mean, he couldn't have used a better word. I ain't mad at him. So he could come on home. That backfield, that secondary is pretty stacked in my opinion. But the Saquon signing obviously is pretty great considering he goes from one of the worst offensive lines in the league to arguably the best. Definitely top 3, top 2.
Yeah. I mean,
and now he gets. I mean, if DeAndre Swift has a career year behind the line, I mean, who knows what he could do? I mean, health. Obviously, you got to stay healthy. That's the biggest part. I mean, that's goes without saying for any player. But we'll see there. All right. So let's start with some quarterbacks.
I mean, obviously the best signing quarterbacks. It's got to be Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk. I mean, especially from where they were at quarterback in Atlanta. And like,
yeah, I mean, ever since Matt Ryan left, they've had no one.
And now,
Pitts finally gets someone to throw him the ball.
And
Drake London finally gets someone to throw him the ball.
The
Bijan finally gets someone to run and get thrown the ball.
But that's not all now. Drake London. They have Darnell Mooney they signed, and then Rondale Moore. I'm pretty sure, right? Unless that's the wrong. But I'm pretty sure Rondale Moore. Oh, and they also signed Ray McLeod.
They got Ray.
Wait, then Rondale Moore. Am I wrong in saying that?
It might be. I don't see him.
What was I thinking? Maybe it was just Mooney.
Maybe I know they definitely got Mooney.
What am I thinking then?
I mean, Mooney's a good signing though. That is a good signing.
I mean, Drake London's a pretty good pass catcher himself, and he caught passes from not good quarterbacks.
No,
that's a pretty big upgrade for him.
So,
I mean, I know JJ's probably a top receiver, no matter who his quarterback is. But I mean, Addison balled out. I mean, Thielen balled out.
Kirk's never been a bad quarterback.
And like from a fantasy aspect, I'm pretty sure like Kirk has supported like a top 15 fantasy receiver like 2 or 3 years of his career.
I believe that. He's very accurate.
I know he
doesn't make
JJ,
too many mistakes.
No, I mean, but he's only won one playoff game in the history of his career.
Hey, that's.
I saw.
Hopefully, you Atlanta fans, you get to see at least another one added to his resume there.
I know. I mean, that's got to make them the favorite in that division, right? I know the Bucs made the playoffs, and they won a playoff game.
Bucs re-signed Baker and Mike Evans, so I don't know.
I mean, Baker he's a gamer. They won a playoff game. They beat declining Eagles team in the moment, but that was just tough. That's tough. Why you have to bring that up?
Sore subject.
I hate that so much.
Outside of Kirk, though, I think my favorite quarterback signing, Gardner Minshew.
Yeah. Did you see all the stuff with him? They played the Raiders, and Mad Max just kept calling him little ass boy.
Oh no!
They kept calling him in the game, and they played. He kept calling him little ass boy, then they asked Gardner on the podium when he got to Vegas, and he said, "What do you think about Max?" And he goes, "Oh, he's a big ass boy." I love Mitchell. Man, he's great. He's another gamer too.
He had a chance to start there because
I think he's gonna.
I can't remember the rookie that started last year for them after
McConnell,
yeah, but he didn't play too well. I mean, regardless, he was a rookie and
did what he had. I mean, he did what he did coming in as a rookie in the middle of a season after.
I think Minshew definitely. Minshew should be the starter, just like going into preseason.
I would say yeah. I would have. I mean, I'm sure they're going to give the kid a fair shake.
Yeah,
but
it's going to be a competition. But right now,
he played pretty well for Indy last year too.
He's never really played bad when he's had opportunities.
No, I mean the two starts he had with the Eagles the prior year that they lost. One was Dallas, and that was on Christmas Eve, and that's just not really a game you want to just like be bounced into of the Eagles Cowboys kind of game. But yeah, I mean he's a gamer. I think he's going to be.
Yeah, he played well in Jacksonville. Outside that one Eagles game, I don't think he did too bad in Philly. And like I said, did pretty well in Indy.
Yeah, he had a pretty good season. I mean,
how about the Giants? They lose Saquon and they named Drew Lock their starter.
They named Drew Lock the starter?
I'm pretty sure they named Lock the starter already.
I was under the impression they told Drew Lock that as soon as he got there that Danny Dimes is the starting quarterback for that football team. I know this. I mean, it's a 1-year, $5 million deal for Drew. Could be wrong. So that's what I saw.
Drew Lock stated that Daniel Jones is the starter.
Yeah, I mean,
but
that's $40 million.
Yeah, I think that's what's been going around is all the rumors is saying that Lock is going to take the starter job from him during the preseason.
The only game I saw Drew Lock in was against the Eagles, and he threw the touchdown pass at the end of the game to beat us.
So here's the problem with whoever quarterbacks the Giants.
Their offensive line?
Yeah, and they have no one to throw the ball to.
The receivers, I heard Darren Waller might retire. He spent 1 year there.
They got no one. They got no one, man.
5 games.
They got rid of their best offensive weapon to a rival. He signed with the rival.
They had every chance to sign him. I had every chance.
How don't you pay him? I'm happy. Like, I'm happy for Saquon that he's finally out of that city and that team because they've never gave anything around him to succeed.
Me too.
We don't get to see a Barry Sanders retire at 30 years old now. We got to see Saquon at least try to do something.
Yeah, and watching Saquon's like presser when he first signed.
Hated saying he was the Eagle.
It did. It seemed like he still was not thrilled.
Yeah, one that's going to change that real quick though.
Winning.
That $37 million.
Oh yeah, I mean that's fun.
Going to change that real quick.
That's fun for him, you know.
If you want it, yeah, quarterbacks are all right. I mean, like I said, Kirk.
We got Kirk to the Falcons, Baker, like you said, to Tampa.
Russell Wilson. That's an intriguing one.
I mean, so it started off. It said, Russ is a starter.
That's how it started. Now it's saying, did you think the Steelers could cut Russell Wilson if he loses a starting job? That's in the contract, apparently.
Yeah, if he doesn't play well in the preseason, they said they might cut him.
Yeah, he's gone.
He went from the starting quarterback definitely, then Fields gets there, and if he's plays bad in the preseason, how many preseason games does Russ play?
I don't know, but honestly,
like, is he starting game 2? Is he starting like?
I'm not mad at what the Steelers did right here, though. Russ only signed for 1 year, like $1.2 million.
Yeah,
like,
Denver's paying $84 million for him.
Yeah, they're not paying him anything. And then they trade, if he sucks, they trade a 5th round pick that potentially turns into a 4th depending on playing time, and a young Justin Fields that I feel really bad for, because if you're him, the years he was in Chicago, they just did nothing to build around you. Nothing.
No.
And all of a sudden,
they get the DJ Moore.
That's it. That's all they did. They didn't try to build the line. They did nothing. And then all of a sudden, they get the number 1 pick, Caleb Williams. All right, let's add this player. Let's try to sign this guy. We're going to improve our defense all of a sudden. Oh, by the way, we're trading you, Justin.
Yeah. So that I guess that's a question I could ask you is, would you want Caleb Williams there? Would you rather trade Justin Fields and draft Caleb Williams, or would you rather keep Justin Fields in that offense with those new players and everything and trade that pick back for, the King's ransom?
I would have traded the pick back. You already have 2 top 10 picks. So you trade that back. It's going to be someone that's still inside the top 10 most likely that needs a quarterback. So you're still going to have 2 top 10 picks. You build around Justin Fields. see what he could do, and then if you suck again, then you move on. Give him a shot, though. He has shown he could play in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is, I guess, would be
they think Caleb Williams is a generational talent, the best quarterback prospect to come out of college since Trevor Lawrence.
Well, yeah, but yes, that, but the fact is, I think if you wait and try him out again this year, and then next year, say you don't even have the first pick, you have the third or whatever, what's the draft class looking like next year? And then you look like, oh, what are you guys, idiots? You didn't take the best player to come out of college since my boy Trevor,
Yeah, but
and that remains to be seen,
Yeah, that's what I say. You can look at it the other way too. Like you trade Justin Fields and draft Caleb Williams sucks, and then all of a sudden you look in Pittsburgh, Justin Fields starting, and he's balling out now because he actually has a team around him. It's like, man, okay,
a defense. He has a defense for sure.
We screwed up. Oh, that defense is stacked.
He has a lot. He's got a lot of defense.
Yeah. Oh,
sorry.
Steelers should claim that one.
Yeah. I'm trademarking it though. I'm going to charge him.
Every time someone says it, give him a dime. No, but also I like what the Steelers have done with the quarterback situation. They're giving themselves a veteran and a young one that can learn from the veteran. They could battle out, and then what they did on defense, they added.
Do you think Russ is going to work out there?
I'm 50-50 on it. I mean, if he does, awesome, great. You're paying him $1 million. Great, amazing, good job, Pittsburgh. If he doesn't, you're paying him $1 million. Who gives a shit? And then you have Justin Fields will come in and, hey, he might miss some throws, but he's going to make moves with his legs and still move that ball down the field for you.
Plus, he's got a pretty good coach. A lot better coach than he's had in the NFL.
You Steelers fans out there, if I hear another one of you fans say that you want Mike Tomlin fired, I'm finding where you live,
and he's not really going to do that.
He is a top 3 coach, top 5 coach, arguably of all time.
Correct. Agreed.
And all you Steeler fans that say he's not it anymore, I don't know what he's doing. He's never had a losing season. What are you mad about?
Agreed. Yeah, but the Bears could have traded back to Washington. They could have traded back to New England.
So much, man.
Tennessee.
So they could have traded back their first pick, got more picks this year. They could have traded back their 9th pick, got even more picks. They could have been stacked in picks this year.
Yeah, so the Washington, Patriots, Tennessee, Atlanta pre Cousins if they traded before Cousins, but they could have traded back with themselves at 9 and lost a pick.
That'd be something we're trading with ourselves.
Didn't they trade the Niners back 1 pick?
They
or up a pick 2 or 3 years ago.
Someone did that. It was 4 or 5 years ago. It was
the Bears. They traded.
It was the Bears. They traded up 1 pick to get ahead of the Niners because they thought the Niners were going to take something. And the Niners were like, nah, that's not who we were even taking.
And they just lost capital. That's perfect.
Oh, all right.
Let's finish off quarterback here. Let's see. Jacoby Brissett goes to the Patriots. Any thoughts on that? He goes back to the Patriots.
Backup. I mean, it's a good backup if you need them. They're going to draft a quarterback most likely, and if he gets hurt or needs someone to learn from him, I mean, Jacoby's proven he could win a game or 2 for you at least. So I mean,
so I think this is kind of an interesting one. Is Jameis Winston to the Browns?
I mean, I don't. He's going to start eventually this season.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, Deshaun Watson has not shown me anything.
No, Deshaun Watson has shown nothing since he's left the Texans. And the Browns look so stupid for giving him a $290 million fully guaranteed contract.
Yeah, where $15 Joe Flacco comes in, leads you to the playoffs. The thing is, you built a good team. If that's what can happen,
good.
you built a good team to do that, because like,
imagine the team they could have if they weren't paying him so much money. To like, not, I mean, their team's already really good, but imagine the other players that could add on that team if you weren't paying your quarterback a fully guaranteed like $200-some million contract.
Yeah, but
which is good. I guarantee. I don't guarantee it, but I'll bet that he's going to start at some point this season for Cleveland.
I would agree. I mean, I know Watson's not exactly injury prone, and I don't know if that's even an actual term, but
I mean, he gets hurt. I honestly think he got paid and just lost the love for the game.
Well, I saw the thing. Burrow got hurt, and he's on the sideline with the headset,
and then
the play sheet,
in the
booth.
Luxury suite.
Yeah. We'll see what happens there. My boy Tyrod Taylor to the Jets, 2 years, $12 million.
So what? Again, if Aaron Rodgers needs another week or two to come back,
though, right? Yeah. They had to.
Tyrod again, just another proven backup that he could win you a game or two if you need it.
Because of all the crap they got about not having a backup and having to rely on.
I think Sam Darnold's intriguing to me.
But I mean, like,
does he get?
That's what they're gonna do.
Does he actually get a shot though?
They're gonna just stick with Sam Darnold.
I mean,
they saw him come in for some Niners game for one drive.
What pick do the Vikings have?
I can tell you in 1 second. 11.
I mean, they could get a quarterback. I'm sure it's not going to be one of the top 3, obviously, unless they trade up. But they could reach out one at 11. I'm sure that's maybe that they think would go late first, early second. They have to reach on them, but I mean, Sam's probably started for them.
Trade up. I don't know who
they could, but
trade up for.
They have
to.
Anytime they try to trade up, someone's gonna ask for JJ. That's going to be the problem there. They're going to want JJ, and I don't think Minnesota. I mean, they were. I don't think Minnesota would, but from what I heard, they were close already once.
I mean, that was a pretty good offer. The Cincinnati offer.
That was a really good offer.
I mean, you're dropping down with you went from let's say the number 1 receiver in the league, then to T. Higgins, who as a number 2, which I guess might have his questions, could he hold the number 1 spot without Chase on the other side? But he's performed when Chase hasn't played.
I was going to say he's been number 1 without Chase there.
Yeah. So what? Like a top 15 receiver, top something like that.
T.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Can I name 14 receivers better that I would take over T. Higgins? It's debatable.
He's around there.
He's around. He's around.
Top 10.
I'd say I want to go top 10.
That's why I'm thinking in that 10 to 15 range. He's probably in there because I'm thinking of
I could definitely name 10 that I would take over T. Sorry, T.
Yeah,
I love you, but I could name 10
me too.
that
I
I
love
would take
Clemson.
over it.
Oh, I don't have anything Clemson in the background, but yeah. But I think, you're right with the JJ, the trade. Well, Minnesota's kind of, I don't think a lot
They're
of people.
mid right now.
Yeah, for sure. We talked about Drew Lock, 1 year, $5 million.
Tyler Huntley again. That's nothing.
Browns.
That's nothing. That's just
that's
their
Josh
third-string quarterback. We got the rocket
Niners,
science, baby.
The Pastronaut, as they called him.
Yeah, NASA. I love it. He could ball if he needs to.
Yeah, I'll just say, I don't know if I said this on the other 2 episodes, but when he won that game for Minnesota,
it was amazing.
When he got there on Wednesday,
he knew no one on the team.
Yeah, and they were describing plays to him, and they won that football game. That was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen in football.
Then he learns the playbook and sucks.
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking to myself. Man, this guy just needs him to describe the play to him. Just dumb it down, which is funny because he's super smart.
He graduated college in 2 years.
Yeah, and he won some pretty big games early on with the
ball.
Arizona. Mason Rudolph went to the Titans. A 1 year, $2.87 million.
He won't play.
No. I mean, they're going to sign a quarterback, right, or draft one.
Nah, they got Will
I know who you're talking about, but
Levis still. I mean, they started
right.
him last year as a rookie. He played pretty well.
Yeah, the banana eater.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be their starter this year.
Escaped me. Malik Willis. That's who I thought you were talking about.
Nah, they drafted Will.
He must not be very good in practice or anything.
Malik?
Because he
didn't pan out for them. I think
he barely got a shot. It felt like
to me.
How many games? I don't know how many games he started, but like it feel like he barely got a shot.
Well, I think the offense Tennessee was running was not the offense that was fit for him.
No, but I mean,
he's a playmaker with his legs. He's like a Russell Wilson. Like, he can escape the pocket and make a play with his legs, whereas Tennessee's like, we're going to pound the rock, and then hopefully your defenders come forward and you have to sit in the pocket after play action and make your reads. Malik, that's not Malik's game.
He started 3 games for them. He played in 8. He was 1-2 as a starter. 31 for 61, no touchdowns, 50%. 276 yards, 3 picks.
I have to say probably a few picks. Some players just don't pan out the way you hope.
I feel like that's not a lot of games. I feel like the NFL has gone towards, like, if you aren't CJ Stroud and you don't come out your rookie year and light the NFL on fire,
it's game over.
Because it used to be guys got time. I mean, Packers do that. It seems to be working out for them.
Packers have the formula, man.
Yeah, develop a quarterback. You don't throw them right into the fire. Like, I get if you have to draft a quarterback and you have nothing else and they have to start. Plus, I know the formula is get these young quarterbacks and you pay them $1 million. They're on the rookie deal for 4 years, and you can stack your other players.
You just do the Packers. Have your
quarterback.
Have your all-pro quarterback. Then you draft a quarterback in the first round. Make everyone go, "What the hell are you doing?" Have him sit 3 years behind that all-pro quarterback. Learn the system.
Yeah, let them get frustrated.
That all-pro quarterback goes to New York to play for the Jets. Then the new guy steps in and makes it to the playoffs, and it's like, "Yep, we got another franchise quarterback." That's exactly what they do.
Just get them so frustrated that they come out and they're like, once I get my shot, I'm never going back. I'm not going back.
It still blows my mind, like, the timeline between, like, Brett Favre. They draft Aaron Rodgers in the first round. He sits 3 years behind Brett. Brett goes to the Jets. Aaron comes in. Now Aaron Rodgers, they draft Jordan Love in the first round.
He sat 3 years, I'm pretty sure, too.
Sat 3 years behind Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets. It just blows my mind.
It does. I mean, it's
we're gonna see Aaron Rodgers in Minnesota next.
Yeah, I was gonna say they need a quarterback. They need a quarterback, and they have JJ.
It is wild, but man, Packers have the formula, man. You make all the fans like, why are we doing this? But man, you see why you do it. Like, now you have Jordan Love for the next, like, 10 years.
He's gotten better as it's.
He played so well towards the end of last year.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
No, like, real offensive, like, weapon, like, receiver. Like, he had rookie receivers,
young guys,
young receivers.
Jones came back towards the end of the year, but he was hurt a lot of the year.
Man, this is going to be a great transition right here.
Right into running back.
What the fudge are the Packers doing at running back, man? Why would you pay Josh Jacobs 4 years, $48 million, and then not pay Aaron Jones, who has shown you he is amazing?
I don't know.
I honestly, this is probably my least favorite signing. Is the Josh Jacobs?
Josh Jacobs, that's your least favorite?
Yes.
You think they should have just stuck with?
I think they should have just kept
there?
Aaron Jones. You easily could have gave Aaron Jones the 4 year, $48 million, and I think Aaron Jones is better than Josh Jacobs.
I mean, you could be right there. I mean, I know Jacobs 2 years removed from the rushing title. He didn't quite have the same year last year. I don't know. Aaron Jones catches the ball really well out of the backfield. I'm not. I don't think Josh Jacobs really does.
No, the only thing I could think of is that what they were thinking is Josh Jacobs is 3 years younger than Aaron Jones.
I mean, I
That's
get that.
the only thing I could think of. That was why they would do that. But it just blew my mind when I saw Josh Jacobs went to Green Bay, and they signed him before they cut Aaron Jones.
I think they were waiting on that.
Yeah,
I think they were waiting to see if they could sign, and if not, they would keep. But I mean, a 29-year-old running back, the NFL is thinking, no.
No, but I think like he's proven he could be your workhorse, and then all of a sudden, like this guy comes on, Josh Jacobs was coming off another injury last year.
Yeah,
he's hurt. He's hurt last year. The year before, I don't think he was hurt. I think he might have missed a game, but like you said, he was the rushing.
Yeah, 1,653 yards.
I think the year before hurt. I don't know, man. I just don't like that signing. I don't.
I mean, I get it.
I'll tell you something that I did like. DeAndre Swift to the Bears.
Yeah, I mean, if the Eagles weren't going to make the Saquon move and we didn't keep Swift, I would have been a little upset.
And then, man, the Commanders are just signing everyone. I forgot they signed Eckler.
Actually, to be honest, just reverting back, Josh Jacobs' best receiving season as far as receptions go is only 5 less than Aaron Jones' best. Aaron Jones in 2022 caught 59 passes on 72 targets. The year before that, he caught 52 passes on 65 targets. Aaron Jones is a little more consistent, but relatively similar in the pass catching, which I didn't really realize. But
I still don't like it.
Hey, I guess, yeah, I'm with you, kind of. Swift to the Bears, 3 years, $24 million.
That's a good one. That's a good signing. I mean, I know Bears had a committee last year, and they plugged and played, but
so did we. We profited off of Mr. Deontay Foreman.
Yes, we did. Who was signed with the Browns, I think.
Did he go? Oh yeah, Cleveland Browns. Dante.
Other running back signing like Saquon. I just love the Saquon signing for the Eagles. Love
top of the list there. Saquon, 3 years, 37.
Derrick Henry, another signing I love. That's going to be scary to watch that running game in Baltimore, man.
I mean, Gus Edwards, I think, had 13 rushing touchdowns last year.
Yeah, it's not even the rushing touchdown part. I mean, you can't load up the box to try to stop Derrick Henry because Lamar's just going to bootleg out and he's taking off.
Yeah,
that's going to be fun to watch. Scary for the league, but
yeah, Zay Flowers came on last year.
Zay Flowers came on until his little incident in the playoff game, but
hey, I mean, you live, you learn. But other than that, he had a good year. I mean, it is what it is. Just get back to the huddle.
Yeah, just don't go on the sideline. It's lacerate your finger.
It'll be fine by next season. It'll be fine by training camp. But
Pollard, Tennessee.
Derrick Henry signed 2 years, $16 million. Tony Pollard went to the Titans.
A cheap contract too.
3 years for Derrick Henry or Tony Pollard?
Henry,
yeah, $8 million. I'm sure there's some incentives there.
I mean, Tony Pollard's getting this same amount as Derrick Henry, $8 million.
He is indeed getting the same amount. What do you think about that replacing? Because
I think Tennessee is going to go to a committee.
Well, I mean, Tajay Spears kind of
he could play.
Sure. Well, that's as soon as the Titans signed Tony Pollard, all of the Tajay Spears dynasty owners were in shambles. I'm sure, just thinking, "Oh, my boy's about to get it going."
No, and then, I think Spears is going to get the majority of the carries, but I definitely think Pollard's a better bring him in on third down or as a good change of pace if needed. Because when he was in Dallas, when they had Zeke, Pollard showed he could really play, but
he could play in the role that you just said.
Yeah, he's not the lead back. He proved it last year in Dallas. He couldn't be the lead back.
Yeah, and the same thing. It's like Alexander Madison when he took over for Dalvin Cook when he got hurt. He was awesome, but nobody game planned for him.
Nah.
I don't know what if teams weren't ready or it was just a change of what they were they thought was going to happen. But same thing for Pollard. He come in and who knows? He might have come in fresh legs and the defense is gassed because Zeke just smashed it down their throat 3 times or something like that. And, those things are, I don't think come into consideration, but they're hard to quantify. Like, you can't oh, well, the defense was this amount of tired, so that's when Tony Pollard's good. It's hard. You can't do that.
No, you can't do that.
Obviously.
But he just had fresher legs when he was coming in.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but
I guess the other running back one I don't hate is Antonio Gibson of New England.
What?
I know they always new coach, but I mean, Antonio Gibson's not bad.
They had injury problems in the backfield last year.
Yeah, and he again, much like the quarterbacks, Antonio Gibson has proven he could play in the NFL.
Oh yeah. We skipped over the person that replaced him, Austin Eckler, 2 years, 11.43.
That's what I said. I said Washington signing everybody.
I know we were still talking about Tony Pollard.
I love that signing for Washington. If I were an Eagles fan, Cowboys fan, or Giant, well, not if I was a Giants fan. If I was a Giants fan, I'd be afraid of everybody.
Yeah, Giants are dead in the water.
If I was Eagles, Cowboys fan, I'd actually be worried about the Commanders. Maybe not this upcoming season, but next 2 seasons from now, they're going to be. I think they're going to be a legit contender.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on the quarterback.
I was going to say they're a quarterback away. They're drafting one because they got rid of Howell already. Yeah,
I know. They moved Howell. They're definitely that's what I thought. I know Commanders have second pick, but if you are the Bears and you could trade back just one pick and it guarantees them Caleb Williams.
I saw something today saying the Bears have told teams as of today the number 1 pick is officially off the table.
I mean, that's fine. I'm just mean prior.
I know.
If that's were to happen.
So if you're Washington, see this where it gets tricky with Washington. They had the second pick, right?
Yes.
And you just got rid of Howell. Do you take Drake?
I guess it depends on
because he's kind of the same quarterback as Howell. Same college and everything.
I know. I was gonna say they went to the same school. Is that what you want though?
Or do you take
the Heisman Trophy winner?
The Heisman Trophy winner, and have that dynamic.
I mean, it feels like a quarterback they never really
had.
Yeah. Donovan McNabb.
RG3.
Oh, good call. I was joking. I mean, I know McNabb played for them.
Yeah.
He was like.
I mean, RG3 was very good. And they also had Kyle Shanahan as their offensive coordinator when RG3 was there. So
yeah, and then Alfred Morris was a rookie, and he went nuts too.
RG3 decided to have no knees after his rookie season.
Poor guy.
Yeah,
you hate to see it. That was such a crazy rookie year, and it fizzled for him.
So good too. What could have been?
And the same thing for Alfred Morris. He had 1,600 yards in his rookie year or something like that.
He did good in Washington.
With that number, but
I think. Did he go to Texans for a little bit and do okay?
I feel like did he play for the Cowboys?
He might have. That's something.
He did.
Texans.
4 years in Washington. Then he played 2 years in Dallas, 1 year in San Francisco, Arizona, and then for the Giants.
Oh, not Houston then. Okay.
Yeah, I was right. 16-13. He had 1,613 yards. Oh. And then he had 1,275 yards, and then he had 1,074 yards.
Underrated.
In his first 3 years.
And then the Washington went downhill.
Hey, he's a pretty good player.
Wait, all right.
What? There's no way. Am I reading this wrong? Oh, rushing. Never mind. Okay. It said he in his rookie year he averaged 100.8 yards per game rushing.
Oh,
and I thought I was reading receiving, and I was like, "What am I looking at
here?" No shot.
That's why I said, "Hold the phone." I said, "Pause." Let's see. What do you think, Devin Singletary to the Giants? How do you like that? Yeah, great.
Great.
Gus Edwards to the Chargers.
Have fun having your 20 carries a game for 20 yards.
Singletary had a good season with the Texans last year, though, but that's a way different team than the Giants are.
The Giants are bad.
Yeah.
Like, bad.
Yeah.
They make bad teams look good.
Not bad.
Zach Moss is whatever.
AJ Dillon
whatever.
stays up. Hey,
Zach Moss might be starting in Cincy now because they traded Joe Mixon.
Mixon's gonzo.
That Mixon in Houston's going to be.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if Singletary could do that, I mean, I don't know. Mixon's hit or miss. Seems like it's not like he was on a bad team. I mean, he was on a bad offensive line for most of his career.
Yeah, but he's always been consistent, though. He'll get you the 80 yards a game.
Yeah.
And he could, but I think with Mixon, words.
You can say it, don't worry.
Mixon is a very underrated pass catcher.
Yeah, he definitely catch the ball out of the backfield. It's not, but I don't know if he, like, are we really changing the environment? Does he go, like, let's think about it. Does he really go, he might go to a worse team there. Joe Burrow comes back.
Yeah, but Houston's not bad by any means whatsoever.
They had a great, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying, they could be better than.
There's a very good chance Houston wins that division again.
I would say, yeah. I mean, unless you get the sophomore slump, teams figure Stroud out a little bit.
Stroud looked good. Too good for that sophomore slump.
So do you think do you think the Texans are better than Cincinnati this year?
No. Not with Burrow coming back.
They lose Higgins. They lose Mixon.
Higgins is still there currently. He just wants to trade it.
Right. Okay. Yes. He's franchise tagged right now.
I'm playing on that franchise tag. That's a nice amount of money for a 1-year franchise tag.
Yeah. What's like 24 million or something like that?
It's around 22.
22. I don't know. I think
plus the market's going to go up next season, so I played this year out.
I don't know if that's what's if they are going to be not like I think the Texans could. What I'm trying to say here is I think the Texans could be better.
I think they can be, but I mean, without saying they can't, Bengals are better, but Houston can be better.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree.
Speaking of wide receiver Higgins is franchise tag. If I'm him, I'm playing. See, now I said my least favorite signing was the Josh Jacobs for Green Bay. There's one in the wide receivers that I just didn't understand whatsoever.
What's that?
Calvin Ridley with the Titans on a 4-year, $92 million contract.
I know. They didn't want to pay AJ Brown.
That's why.
Hey,
why would you not pay AJ Brown?
That's fine with me.
It would have been a cheaper deal probably at the time.
Cheaper for younger for better.
Yes. And now all of a sudden Calvin Ridley comes along, and you're like, oh, here's 4 years, $92 million. Why?
I mean, also I get like learning from your mistakes. Well, thinking you're learning from your mistakes by, okay, well, we didn't do it last time. We need to try to do it this time. We need to get a weapon out there because it didn't work.
Who do they have?
Treylon Burks. They have
Treylon just hurt all the time
last year. I'd have to think or just use the computer in front of me. But yeah, I mean, he's fast. He's still like, I don't know. He didn't really have like an insane season. I don't know if he's worth that much, but
so I'm just, man. Titans had the 6th pick in the draft too. They easily could have just drafted a receiver because they could have traded back.
They have DeAndre Hopkins. I forgot. Yeah, I'm dumb.
Titans do.
Yeah, they traded for him like in the middle of the season last year, the end of the season.
Oh.
Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Hopkins, Treylon Burks, and then they have Chig.
I love DeAndre, but DeAndre's not the player he was a couple years ago.
I mean, he's getting old.
Yeah,
I think he's still good.
He's still really good.
Like,
but
if I was him, I would have wanted to go. I don't
try
know,
to win a Super Bowl.
Go play like as soon as the Jets sign Rodgers, you play opposite Garrett Williams, and
you go somewhere where you think you're going to win.
Or Garrett Wilson.
He's not winning in Tennessee.
No one is.
That's another team, like the Giants in Tennessee. I think they're, and the Panthers. I just don't understand what the Panthers are ever doing. But those three teams are going to be fighting for the first overall pick.
I can't even think of who the cream of the crop would be next year, but that's for another time.
Yeah, the Calvary. I don't understand that signing.
All right, like we said, T. Higgins franchise. Michael Pittman Jr. re-signed with the Colts. 3 years, coming. $70 million.
Yeah, good for him. I mean, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. He's proven he could be their number one. I like it.
Yeah, he's got a rapport with Anthony Richardson already.
Yeah, and he put up that 1,000 yards with Minshew.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I saw my boy Anthony Richardson at the Gators game today, even though Florida lost.
Did he look healthy?
He looked into it. He looked like he was standing up. He was standing up.
Good. Keep that
going.
Know.
We might have to go back to the well. But if we do, he's got to be our second quarterback taken, not our first.
Yep. I mean, we had a plan. We had Aaron Rodgers.
That's right. I want all the listeners to know.
And then
we took Anthony Richardson. I forget the round, but it was later on. And then we said, let's back him up with Aaron Rodgers. Just in case it's a rocky start. Bang.
Was it ever?
It was rocky. We still won the championship, though. Lock that in.
We did win with 7 different starting quarterbacks.
I mean, this might be the most impactful signing is Marquise Brown to the Kansas City Chiefs. Rashee Rice had a pretty decent year last year. Now Marquise Brown's there. I mean, at least he has someone else to throw the football to outside of Kadarius Toney and like Valdez-Scantling.
And he can actually catch the ball.
Yeah, I mean he was good in when he played with the Ravens.
He was good in Arizona too.
Yeah, I mean I think it was just a little quieter just because Arizona was so bad.
Arizona's still going to be bad.
Yeah.
This is one of those teams that they just can't figure it out.
Well, they traded. Well, no, actually, they make some good moves. I mean, they traded for DeAndre Hopkins for like 15 cents.
Yeah, it always seems like they're making the right moves, but for some odd reason, they just can't put it all together. It's the coach's fault. Then it's Murray's fault. Murray's not a big film guy, and then he's hurt, and then he comes back, and they still lose. And it's like, they just
wonder
can't
what happens because David Johnson. Am I saying the right name?
The running back. Yeah.
Yeah. He went nuts for a year, and then he forgot how to play football. I think he got hurt, and then never played.
And then he got traded. He got traded, and then it was like he's going to have a big bounce back, and then he never did.
Yeah. So I mean, they have a much better chance of winning more games with Kyler. I don't know how many more. Maybe like 2, 3. I'm just saying, like, if you don't have a full team around you, the one guy on a football team is only going to do so much for you. But
I feel like they always draft like the right people in the right spot too. Like I know they drafted some big name defenders over the last couple of years that like made me go, "Oh man, their defenses are going to come together. It's going to give the Niners fits," but just never has.
Well, if you look, so Bears they take probably Caleb Williams. If I had to guess,
gone. Caleb Williams is gone. Yeah,
Commanders probably need to take a quarterback too. Also,
Commanders are going. They have to. They're going QB.
The Patriots, is Jacoby Brissett just their guy, or are they not going to take a quarterback?
They have to take a quarterback.
That's what I think. I think you have to go quarterback as the Patriots. You're trading your Zappy and then Jacoby Brissett. I think Jacoby Brissett's a really solid NFL quarterback.
I think he is
more
too,
so.
but
He's on the back end of the starting, like the top 32 starting quarterbacks. He's probably the best backup in the league outside of like with Minshew and them.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's what you want to put. He's got to be almost in his 30s, right? I would assume.
I would think so. Brissett?
Yeah. He's 31.
Yeah.
I feel like you probably have to draft a quarterback there. Maybe not, but Arizona then has the next pick, and they have a quarterback.
Yeah, that's what.
And you know who's still on the board?
No, it's going to piss me off. Maserati Marv is going to go to Arizona, and I'm going to have to see him 2 times a year.
That's true. Granted, they probably have other needs there in Arizona.
You got to take him if he's
It's
there.
A flashy pick, but if you have a quarterback like that, and I don't know, offensive linemen are just so important.
Here's how I think the first few picks are going to go. Not to get off the free agent subject here, but
we did, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It tied into it. But go on.
Williams is going first.
Yeah.
2 is going to be either Jaden Daniels or Drake May.
Yeah.
I think Jaden Daniels because Washington just got rid of Sam Howell, and Drake May is the exact same quarterback as Sam Howell. Like, they're so identical.
They look similar.
Yeah.
Unless I don't remember them correctly, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and then Patriots are going to take whoever Washington does, and Drake May or Jaden Daniels. And then it comes to Arizona. Unless someone trades past them, they're taking Maserati Marv. And then Chargers have to go wide receiver. They have to. I don't know what wide receiver, but they have to. I think maybe the Chargers try to get ahead of Arizona to get Maserati.
They should.
Because they lost Keenan Allen. They lost Mike Williams.
And their receivers suck.
Yeah.
They literally got rid of all 3 of their skill position players. They got Harbaugh and they got rid of everybody.
Yeah, but neither here nor there. We'll be live for the draft, by the way, everyone. Round 1. We'll be here all night.
That's what I like to hear.
April 25th. Mark it on your calendar.
Lock it in. What day of the week is that?
It's usually a Thursday, round 1.
Yeah. All right.
Round 1's Thursday, 2 to 3 on Friday. 4, 5 on Saturday. I think 6, 7 on Sunday.
Alrighty.
Anyway, folks.
Moving on. We talked Marquise Brown. We talked Calvin Ridley. Darnell Mooney. We talked Gabe Davis.
Whatever.
3 years, 39 to Jacksonville.
I think too much money, but
I agree.
Wide receiver market got skewed with it.
He was like the first one to sign.
Oh, maybe he skewed the market then.
It was like it felt like he was like the first one.
That signing's whatever. I know they lost Ridley, but I don't think he's going to be their number 1. He might not even end up being their number 2.
Gabe Davis or Ridley?
Gabe Davis.
Oh yeah.
I honestly think I can't. Evan Ingram, their tight end. I think he's going to be one of Trevor's favorite targets this upcoming year.
I mean, he's really come into form more so than
Giants
when he was
themselves
in the
Giants for that one.
Well, they just didn't use him. They didn't even use Darren Waller. They traded for Darren Waller. I know Waller was hurt, but
he's going to retire. And then here's Evan Ingram having like Pro Bowl seasons.
Yeah.
Odell Beckham's still a free agent. I mean, he could plug and play.
I read a thing today. It was a tweet, and it said, "With all due respect, no disrespect, but Odell is the most overrated player of all time."
I don't know, all time. I mean, he had a stretch where he looked unstoppable.
Dude, his first 3 years with the Giants was crazy. He had double-digit touchdowns.
I think what people just think, they just think that catch all the time.
Oh yeah, I mean
it was amazing.
Crazy.
But I mean, then he just got plagued by injuries. It's like what could have been.
Yeah.
But
by the way, the Jacksonville Jaguars depth chart is Christian Kirk, Gabe Davis, Zay Jones, and then Evan Ingram.
Like I said, Gabe Davis might not even have a big number. I think Zay Jones could definitely end up being number 2 over Gabe Davis.
Anyway, Nick Westbrook. I don't know how to say his name.
And Titans, who cares?
KJ Osborne to the Patriots.
Who cares?
Noah Brown to the Texans. Oh, he re-signed. Noah Brown had a good year last year.
Yeah, I remember him having a good year.
Yeah, he was.
It's good. That's a good signing for Houston. And Tank Dell will be coming back. They still have Nico Collins. They're such a good young team.
I guess I don't know.
I'm a Texans fan.
Good year for Noah Brown, but he had some good games.
Yeah, I'm a Texans fan. I'll root for the Texans if they're not playing the Niners.
Cedric Wilson Jr. with the Saints. Marcus Valdes-Scantling still a free agent. Braxton Berrios with the Dolphins.
Nothing.
DPJ re-signed with the Lions. Care. Matt Collins in Buffalo. My boy Quez is a free agent.
Did he just sign?
Unless they didn't update this.
I thought I saw something about him signing, or was it they were talking about where he should sign?
Could have been.
Oh, Dolphins inquired about him. That's what it was. Okay.
Duvernay to the Giant or the Jacksonville. Paris Campbell, he just signed with the Eagles 2 days ago.
Yeah, that's a good signing for the Eagles. Gives them a little speed.
Yeah, Isaiah McKenzie, the Giants.
Good, have fun, buddy.
And then
Deontay Johnson to the Panthers.
The trade to the Panthers.
That's a good trade for Carolina.
It helps at least. I don't know how much longer. I said his name before, and now his name is Thielen. Thank you. Yes. But I mean, Thielen had when he was healthy, had some pretty good.
He played well last year.
Yeah. I don't know. That team's just not good. So
no, they're just not good. That's the problem. They're just not good. Ray with Atlanta, cool.
Yeah.
There's another one we missed on the receivers that actually isn't bad. Curtis Samuel to Buffalo.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I actually like that. They lose Gabe Davis, but Curtis Samuel, he could ball, man.
Yeah, I mean, he still had some sparks here and there. I mean, the Commanders were bad. The quarterback situation was bad.
Yeah, I mean, Sam Howell wasn't bad.
He was fine.
He wasn't like great, but he wasn't like.
He was fine.
Oh no, Sam Howell. I mean, he had good games. He had bad games. Again, but it was his second year starting, or was rookie last year? I don't know.
Buffalo signed him.
Yeah.
For $8 million a year, $24 million, 3 years. All the tight ends. I don't know how much we need to. Dalton Schultz resigned with the Texans. Hunter Henry resigned with the Patriots.
I would say
signed with the Seahawks.
Next one is the only one that really
Everett to the
Bears.
Yeah.
And this one's a little interesting. Gesicki to the Bengals.
Yeah, I was thinking that when I saw that.
Other than that, tight ends are
Austin Hooper to the Patriots. Logan Thomas, I don't know if he's
a concussion away from retiring.
True. Jonnu Smith though, to the Dolphins. That's
it could be good.
Yeah.
But I think the problem with the Dolphins is they're going to run out of people, like not people, but attempts to throw people the ball. I mean,
too many mouths to feed is what you're trying to say.
Hill and Waddle
are going to take a lot of that.
Take a lot of the targets. Then their backfield always just.
Gesicki had a few touchdowns last year.
Offensive tackles.
Well, yeah. The big one, I guess, Tyrone Smith signs with the Jets.
Jets gives Aaron a little protection. I know he's older and
old.
I mean, he can still definitely pass block though.
For sure.
Other than that, I mean, nothing really stands out on the tackle signings.
No. Just saying, yeah.
Same with the centers, nothing really. There's no really big name like offensive lineman to really
move. I thought there was a few. Either way. Just looking through some of the names here. Yeah.
If
we go to make our way over to the defensive side of the ball, obviously Chris Jones signed for a brink truck.
They had to.
I know he was pretty impactful in the time on the field. Needless to say.
Another good signing here is Christian Wilkins.
That's a big one. That is a big one. Matt goes and pairs with Mad Max.
That's really good.
I mean, plus, let's just call him Justin. Justin resigns with the Ravens, 4 years, $98 million. That's a pretty big contract too. Leonard Williams resigns with the Seahawks for $64 million over 3 years.
DJ Reader with Detroit. Mm-hmm. Fletcher Cox retired.
I know.
It's your boy.
Yep. He's gone. Other than that, Eric Armstead signs with Jacksonville, 3 years, $51 million.
I don't know why he's not on this list, but Malik Collins signed with the Niners.
Well, I don't know. Call in.
Have to.
Josh Allen, franchise tagged by Jacksonville.
They had
$24 million.
They had to.
Daniel Hunter signed with Houston for 2 years, $49 million. Bryce Huff signs with the Eagles, 3 years, $51 million.
Brian Burns got traded to New York. God, he goes from one bad team to the next.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
Chase Young, 1 year deal with the Saints for $13 million.
And now they're saying he might not even be ready for the preseason.
There's some pretty good names on here. There's a lot of names on here, really.
I still like the Leonard Floyd signing for the Niners.
There he is.
I'm sorry, I got my players mixed up for that. Malik Collins, the defensive tackle, I said he had the 10 sacks 3 seasons in a row. It was Leonard Floyd that had 10 sacks 3 seasons in a row.
Gotcha.
But Malik Collins has played very well football, like very good football over the last few years.
Yeah. My boy Brandon Graham resigns with the Philadelphia Eagles. Andrew Van Ginkel signed with Minnesota for 2 years, $20 million.
Bud Dupree still a free agent.
Yeah.
There's another signing for Washington, man. 2 of them. I mean, they're not big, like the biggest names, but I mean, Dante Fowler Jr. and Clinton Farrell, man, like they're good players.
They're signing a lot of players. They're being very active. Very active.
They're not bad. Like they're not bad players.
No, there's another one. If we move down to linebacker, they signed Bobby Wagner.
I mean, I know he led the NFL in tackles last year, but he was on a very poor Seahawks defense.
Also, I mean,
he's also like 100.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, if nothing else, a little bit of leadership in the locker room, a little bit of wisdom, you know.
I think the best linebacker signing is Patrick Queen to the Steelers, man. That defense is going to be stacked.
I think that was one of the linebackers that any team that needed a linebacker, as a fan, you're hoping
that's one of them.
They sign him. And they Frankie went to the Commanders also.
Yeah.
3 years, $31 million.
They're making the moves, man.
Bobby Wagner. I thought I saw another name on there.
There you go. Devin White to your Phillies.
That was a good one. Howie pulled that one out a little late in the week on me.
There's one guy on this list I would hope the 49ers sign if they get him for the right price, and he's at the bottom. His name is Isaiah Simmons.
You don't want Shaq Leonard?
I want Isaiah Simmons.
Man, the Eagles signed Shaq Leonard, and I was so pumped, and he did nothing. But, you know, he's a really nice person. There's a few. Jordan Hicks to the Browns, Willie Gay to the Saints.
Yeah, I mean, just good, like, low deal signings.
Yeah.
Not going to hurt a team.
So then you got In the defensive backfield here, we got Jalen Johnson that re-signed with the Bears, 4 years, $76 million.
I was hoping the Niners went after him, man. He's a baller.
The biggest number on the board for the cornerbacks
and then
so
Snead
far.
Got franchise tagged. I heard he did not want to be franchise tagged. Now he wants to be traded.
I heard that too. I haven't heard anything since that, and that was a week or two ago. I was waiting to hear where he went. And then they franchised him, so I guess we'll see.
He's in QC now. Kendall Fuller, good signing by Miami there.
2 years, $16.5 million.
He'll fit well with Ramsey there. That's a really good signing.
Titans signed Awuzie for 3 years.
Stephon Gilmore. I'm surprised.
Those are two. I know Gilmore and then Nelson. But the only thing is, the free agents in the secondary were bountiful. There was a lot of them.
Yeah, there was a lot
of guys that, like, good names too, that were were signed.
Your boy Rock Ya-Sin. He's still down there waiting to be signed.
Rock Ya-Sin. I mean, it'll come. I mean, even like I just saw the name. Oh, never mind. Darby signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars. A lot of good names on there. Even more names in safety.
One name on the list right now for the CBs is someone I want the Niners still try to target. That's Tre'Davious White.
Why is he not on here?
I don't know, but he's not signed.
Why are they doing this to us?
I just know for a fact he's not signed. Because the Bills got rid of their whole secondary for some God knows whatever reason.
Yeah. Just got rid of everybody. Jordan Fuller signed with the Carolina Panthers. Xavier McKinney, the Packers. Yeah, McKinney signed 4 years, $68 million. My boy CJ Gardner-Johnson.
I didn't even know Jordan Poyer signed already with the Dolphins. I missed that one.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's a good signing for them.
Yeah.
Dolphins are making good moves now too. Damn.
I mean, that's what these teams need to really. You got to do something. You can't just stay stagnant and hope for the first overall pick and then hope it works out and then hope you could
There's still some good safeties out there. I mean,
there's quite a few.
Tashawn Gibson Sr. He might retire actually. He was on the Niners the last 2 years, played very well for them, but he might just call it. Eddie Jackson's an interesting name.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Again, the Bears made more moves with Byard.
Eddie Jackson could play, man. I think that's it.
Well,
for the,
at least
the free agents
of the big time free agents
are signed currently.
Well, yeah, the ones that are signed. Other than that, we got the draft coming up. What'd you say? About a month?
It's about a month away.
A little more. And then we'll just draft then into, camps. Season will be here before you know it. Probably not, but it would be.
I mean, I'm just going pending free agents that are still available. I mean, Justin Simmons. I know he's aging, but he can still play. There's some good names out here still.
Who else?
J.K. Dobbins, Tyler Boyd.
That was one that I was Dobbins. Where do you think Dobbins goes?
It's up to him, man.
Well, I know it's up to him.
I know it's up to him, but it's up to a team that he's come off another torn Achilles.
I think the Cowboys.
Do you think Cowboys? I want to be bad for the Cowboys.
Deuce Vaughn is their starting running back right now.
Right now, he is, yeah. Well, you could always find a running back in the fourth round of the NFL draft, and put him in if you have a good offensive line.
Yeah. I mean, not saying, who might have doubted Deuce Vaughn.
There's Tre'Davious White, free agent.
Well, other than that, the free agents.
Michael Thomas.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. What a weird career that guy had, huh?
Oh man, he was like
He
was catching like 200 balls a season, and then all of a sudden he broke his toe. Hasn't recovered since.
Yeah. He was out for 2 years, came back, and he's like,
he got hurt last year.
Who the heck's this Chris Olave guy? And he's like, sit down, Michael.
Mr. Michael Thomas, one of the best receivers ever run a quick slant.
I mean, he balled for a little bit there.
He balled, man.
Other than that, he was not that great. Outside of football, on our way out here, a lot of sports coming up.
9-9, baby. Let's go. 9-9.
We got my bracket is already busted. I've already been.
Why? Who'd you take?
Auburn. I guess we just don't blow the whistle late in the game. We let them fall all over the court, even if it's not on. Even if it was on Yale, so stops the clock.
So, are you more upset that they bust your bracket, or are you just upset that the refs blew the game potentially and busted your bracket?
Busted my bracket because And the only thing I dislike about busting my bracket is I'd be rooting for Yale if I didn't pick Auburn. I'd be like, heck yeah, upsets, let's go. I love upsets.
That's on you though.
Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. Quite a few upsets so far already.
That's why I love March Madness, man. You never know. Although I do have
it's crazy because
I do have a 94% success pick rate currently.
Okay. All right. Currently, let me see. I don't know. You do currently have 94.
Same. Pretty good.
It's actually 96.6 now. Doesn't make sense.
I'm even better.
How did it go up?
I probably won more games.
Doesn't make any sense. Oh my god, I'm out of it.
Oh yeah, obviously.
I'm only beating Dawn by 10.
Damn, man.
Well, I mean, all of your winners could lose, and I could still.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh, I'm projected. The max I could get is so low. Oh, I'm gonna lose. This is awesome.
And the reality sets in.
So sick. But that's we have. And Adam and I have a fantasy baseball draft tomorrow. Baseball starts in 6 days, which is really great.
Can't wait. I love watching baseball.
Me too. Next weekend, it's kind of crazy. Next weekend, you got Sweet 16 and Elite 8. And then you have baseball starts on Thursday. So it's opening weekend. And then you have the Masters. I'm pretty sure it's next weekend.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Maybe I should have looked that up to make sure before I said anything. But what a crazy time for sport. No football, but all those sports going on if you partake in those. I was just looking to see if I was accurate on. Oh, why didn't you just tell me the dates? I don't care about the iconic concessions. The menu. Oh my god. What is happening here?
No, the Masters starts April 11th.
11th? Okay. I always thought it was the first. Like the first weekend of April, like the 2nd to the 4th or something, or whatever it is.
I mean, there's also something else happening in April that's pretty exciting.
What?
WrestleMania.
Oh, WrestleMania, yes. 2 days.
2-day event, April 6th and April 7th.
in the Link in Philadelphia. Someone's definitely going to win a championship there.
Or lose.
Well, someone's definitely going to lose a championship. Well,
no, they could retain.
Yes, that's true. They're going to lose out on gaining a championship.
Yeah, so I think this past week, though, I did watch some golf and saw the most gut-wrenching putt I've ever seen in my life. Man, did I feel so bad for him.
Oh, yeah. That was truly heartbreaking for Wyndham Clark.
He was half fist pumped, and he had to bring it back.
He took a step. The ball almost came back. Went all the way around, came back out. And on that note, Scotty Scheffler is
best golfer
in the world.
Best golfer in the world.
That's, I'm okay with people going to live, getting their money.
Yeah,
okay.
Have fun. Good job.
Whatever. I already think like if that's generational wealth, you don't have to worry about your kids. Your kids don't have to worry about their kids. Whatever. I get it. But for me, like, if I'm already, if I already have 20 mil, 30, 40 million sitting in the bank off of like tournament winnings and sponsorships and all that stuff, I want to play prestigious events. I want to win the Players. I want to win the Arnold Palmer. I want to play these courses that have history.
Yep.
And I know they get to still play in the majors. That's just the way it is, and they can still win majors. But like, I want to see Scotty Scheffler and John Rahm coming down 18, battling it out on a random weekend, not just a major weekend.
Yeah.
I want to see, those two and like these guys go at it. But Chiefs are finalizing deal with cornerback L'Jarius Sneed to Titans.
There it is.
Breaking news, people.
There it is.
Breaking news on the pod right now.
As we said, he was looking to be traded.
Chiefs are finalizing deal to send cornerback L'Jarius Sneed to the Titans per Adam Schefter. Oh my goodness, on the pod right now. Let's go.
Let's go.
There it is.
There it is.
L'Jarius Sneed will go down as an all-time. Chiefs are finalizing deal to send franchise QB L'Jarius Sneed to the Titans per league sources. Chiefs are expected to receive a 2025 third-round pick in addition to a 2024 seventh-round pick flop. So they're switching those.
That's not a bad deal.
While Sneed will sign a new contract, trade is pending physical of Sneed.
So they got rid of pretty much a third-round pick for him. Next year.
Third round next year, and they swapped their sevenths. What?
That's not bad.
Dude,
good job, Tennessee.
Who wouldn't give that up for him? Like, are they only talking to Tennessee?
I was going to say, I'm sure teams didn't know they could do that. Or they were offering maybe like fourth round, fifth round picks. But also, it's probably the new contract that teams probably don't want to pay Sneed. Tennessee, wait until this contract detail comes out. I bet it's going to be more than he should be paid.
You heard it here last, folks. Breaking news that you already read, you already saw, but right while we're about to shut things down here, and the news came right through. Adam Schefter texted me himself. Not really, but you know what I'm saying. There it
wild.
is. I know you're excited.
We were just talking about him being traded,
and there it was, right when we're. Oh, goodness, folks. Doesn't get any more exciting than that. Titans, huh? Not bad for them.
Mm-mm. Good job, Tennessee.
All right. Well, you got anything else for the good people?
I'm excited for our baseball draft tomorrow. Hoping Soto falls all the way to 11, which I doubt he does, but I've seen weird things happen in this draft.
Are the Yankees playing in Mexico or in South America?
I'd have to look.
I saw that it said, I don't know what I was reading, but it said Soto wasn't going to travel with them or something like that.
I don't know. Fun fact about Soto, I think he hit a home run in 3 different countries last year.
That's impressive.
Canada, USA, and Mexico, I believe it was.
Well, look at that. Yep. So we got the baseball tomorrow. The tournament all weekend. One of the best weekends of the year.
It's a fun week. It's a fun weekend.
My bracket gets busted on round 1, so I could just enjoy the rest of the tournament. It's fine. This is
9-9.
fine.
My bracket's still in it. I still got 9-9 going. Got a baseball draft. Gonna make fun of my good friend Rich here, and yeah.
I guess that about does it for us. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. If you could download wherever, like wherever, comment wherever, do whatever. We appreciate it. Just listening. That's about does it. For Adam, I'm Richie, Probably Wrong Podcast. Talk to you later.
Bye, guys.